Thank you for joining me. We're gonna hit a 20-minute quick workout. I'm gonna give you some modifications to higher and lower intensity moves, but just join me in our nice little warm-up. So I'm gonna be taking us through about 15 leg raises, nice and easy. Pull your abdominal muscles in. The assumption is that your body has already been pre-warmed. Pre-warming would mean that you've laid the work so that you can actually do this workout without injury. Laying the foundation would be your foam rolling techniques, would also be what's called dynamic warm-up, which is what we're into right now. So we're gonna shift gears. You're gonna hit that hamstring a little bit just by doing high leg raises, opposite arm coming over. Whew. About 5 more, 4, 3, 2. We're also gonna hit the hamstring by doing some heel kickbacks. If you can, keep the arms, doing opposite arm to leg. Give me 5 more, 4. All we're trying to do right now is elevate the heart rate, get that blood pumping. Give me 5 more front knee lifts. That's 5 more to each side. 2 to go. You're gonna work it right back into hamstring curls. Again, opposite hand pulls back to the foot. 5, 4, 3, 2, and now you're in center jog, right? So whether or not you've got good knees, good ankles, bad feet, hopefully you're in a protected, wearing some protective shoes. If you're not comfortable with jog, then you're gonna be into a light march, right? Here we go. You're gonna give me 15 twists. Modified for twists would be you're keeping your toes down and just popping those hips from side to side. 10 more. And we're gonna work this right into jumping jacks, 10 of them. Modified jack would be one leg at a time goes out. You've got 5 more jacks, here we go. 4. So we're gonna combine everything that we've just done. Give me knees up, 10 of them. That's 3, 4. Start taking the bounce out, work it into your hamstring curl. Opposite hand is back to the foot. 10 total. There you go. So to advance this, drop down through a squat. Give me back up to knees lift, opposite hand to the foot. You've got 5 more of these. Then we're working back into that jumping jack. Here we go. You're in bounce mode. So here's where you determine, are you in modified jack, which is no arms and partial leg, or are you in full jack for 5, 4, 3, 2. So taking it into opposite side punch, push, alternate it, same arm and leg are in extension, push. So I don't know if you can see the line on my mat, but I am stepping a true lateral step, right? And that's what you want to be mindful of, is to try to have this nice long line. 4 more, 3, 2. You're gonna stay in repeat step, push, 5, 3, 2, alternate sides, push. The arms are up sweeping, push. Get ready, stay on your right side, pump it. 5, 4, 3, 2, alternate with me, sweep the arms out. So we've now done 4 movements. We're gonna take it to the top, knees lift, oh no, pull, pull. Here we go. I like to do 10 counts. 10 counts is just about enough. And then you're ready to move on to the next thing. Hamstring curl, pull it. All we're doing is we're building onto these power big moves. So drop through the squat, 4 more, 3 more, 2. Bring it in, decide if you're in modified jack or full jack. Okay, we've got 6 to go right here. 1 more, side to side push. So this is a count of 5. Stay left and pump. 5, 4, 3, 2, side to side. 5, 4, 3, 2, right side goes. 5 repeaters. Alternate sides for me. Push, push. Here we go. Last 4. 3, 2, center march. So you should totally feel like your body's warmed up and ready to go. You might see I've got a couple little things behind me. If you have an elasticized band, Now would be the time to get it, right? So my band might look a little different than yours. I don't have any handles on mine. You can get this online. You can order tubing by the foot. You can order TheraBands, or you just go to your local vendor, right, and get traditional bands with handles. So now we're doing some shoulder, it's called a horizontal band pull, working upper extremities. Pull it side to side. So sometimes when we get legs and arms going, you might feel like you're using somebody else's parts. Okay, that's okay. You don't always have to feel like you're in control. So now to make this harder and into a balance move, the legs come out of it. You're on right foot stance and the arms are pulling diagonally, alternating. If you're just spectating and not doing, this looks very easy. But I assure you, if you're doing, you're gonna feel the challenge, right? Keep going with the arms, trade feet. Part of what gives you your balance is you spreading the toes out in your shoe, loading up your heel, activating your quad and your glute, and your belly button. Draw it back towards your spine. 4 more. 3, 2, and relax. So now we're gonna get those legs going again. The little jump rope, even if you don't have a jump rope, you can pretend like you're jumping. They actually make a jump rope that doesn't have the rest of the rope. It's just the handles. It's a great little invention, right? But if you're with me, we're gonna do 30 jumps. The faster, the better. You can get fancy on it, right? Single leg if you want. Or maybe if you're new to jump roping, it will look like a double jump, right? 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. All right. So the heart rate is nice and high. If you're working on a mat, you're gonna back yourself up, and I want you to try to step towards the edges of your mat, and when you come back, draw your feet close together. So you're in wide forward stride into a narrow pullback. So this is number 3. You've got 2 more to each side. 1 more. You're gonna go back to left leg lead and stop. So you are now in what's called a static lunge hold. And hopefully your front knee is directly over the foot and your back leg is fairly tight. And here's your pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the up. Woo! Start loading up your front leg. Drive yourself into hinge hold. And then bring it back down. And up. And push. So the up is the power drive. And that's the part that you might lose control over. Absorb it. Load the front leg. Drive through it. This is for 5 counts. This is the 4th one. Push up and through. The hinge is really the challenge here. Control. You've got 1 more. Up drive, load it. Hinge. Hold back. You're not done. You've got the other leg. Push back. Step into it. You're in 10 pulses. Settle your body. Squeeze everything. The first 10, you're just checking out your alignment. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold. Arms up. Get ready to up drive. Load that front leg. Pick up the back leg. Tip the body. Absorb the down. The arms come down. You breathe. You power up through it. Take your time. The hinge is really challenging here. Absorb it. When you come out of the hinge, you should be right back into your good form lunge. Push up. It's okay if you teeter-totter a little bit. You can look at my ankle. I'm not firm fixed. but my body knows how to deal with it. Just because I teeter-totter doesn't mean I lose my balance. Push, hinge, 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 hinge. Now, this is your last one. Absorb it, drive through it, tip. Control the back end of it. Right here, push back. Nice, grab your jump rope. All right. So again, if you're new to roping, maybe your rope might look like this, right? It's okay. You can easy jump. If you choose to easy jump like this is really lower intensity, but it's just as challenging because it's a coordination here of upper and lower parts. Push. See what happened? Here we go, push. Now, if you can, go a little faster for 10. Abs are tight. Squeeze the shoulder blades. And relax. All right. So you're back on the end of your mat. Soften the knees, soften the elbows. You're walking yourself out. Don't be scared by looking at plank push-up position. You have options. You can stay here. You can drop to your knees. This is called get up, get down, right? So we're working our upper extremities. Where the elbow is where the hand needs to come back to, so that we're always under, elbows under shoulder, or the hand is under the shoulder. That's how we protect our joints. And now we're gonna switch to the other leading side, and I want you to try to challenge yourself. If you were on your knees, come up to your hands. Maybe you can only do one in full body plank hold. That's okay, then go back down to your knees. We're all gonna go back to knees and do 2 more. 1 more. Push and hold. Stiffen up the legs. Now, lower yourself down on your elbows. Separate your feet. Tuck your tailbone. Your body's nice and flat and rigid. Your feet are far enough apart so that when you roll from side to side, the entire foot can come onto side edge. Here we go, we got 5 more. 5, 4, again, notice the elbow and shoulder alignment. 3, 2, hold center, knee down, 1 at a time. Push back, push it up. Second set of lunges. So if you're working on a mat, the mat just gives you a good visual. You are now gonna cross the midline and try to line both feet up with each other, right? So what makes this hard is the alignment. As soon as those feet go from wide stance together, you lose that center of gravity slightly. You got 5 more. 5. Try not to let the rear knee hit the floor. 4. Cross it over. 3. Shoulders are back. 2. 1 more. Finish on that far side. Come up. Walk yourself back down. All right, you're in elbow hold. Feet are hip width apart. So, this is the most common compensation for plank, would be to have the hips up. I want you to curl and tuck the tailbone, squeeze your derriere, and level it out. Now watch the feet. You don't have to lift the leg high, but you're transitioning side to side as far as the weight load. 4 more. 3, 2, touch down, and now the arm is gonna go. You're gonna reach. Again, a fatigued body will start looking like this. The hips will be up. Try to level that self out. 2 more. Push. Draw it back. Knees down. Walk it back. Help yourself up. 1 last set of your lunges. So we've done straight on. We've crossed over. You're going to get back into static lunge. And when you push up, You're just coming a couple inches off the floor. That front leg, be mindfully aware of your alignment. So what if you've got a knee injury and you're like, I can't do lunges? Maybe you can find a position and just isometrically hold, right? Everything's drawn in. Take your front leg, push back, settle yourself in. Sometimes the settling in takes a few seconds, right? Look down the body, see what's happening here. Knee and foot, up drive just a little bit, absorb it on the back end. 4, 3, 2, we're all gonna hold. Holding 5, squeeze everything, abs, glutes, shoulders, really good posture. Power push it back, good. So if you've got your little band, grab it. We're gonna get into an upper extremity tricep move. Take the band, drape it behind you, left shoulder, right arm grabs that band, pull down. This is an up push. So if you didn't have a band, but you had maybe a 3-pound or a 5-pound dumbbell, that could work. Maybe you've got a water bottle, one of those big ones. A full water bottle is probably a couple pounds. So what I'm doing, what's making this hard is I'm on single leg stance and I've got both arms active. The down arm as the anchor arm is doing isometric work, right? 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and release. Other side. Right arm takes it high. Set yourself up, load up your left foot, grab that band from the back side, pull tension on it, and up. Now, single leg stance movement requires a lot of energy from your body. I would rather see you, like I'm exaggerating this, right? If this is you and you're all over the place, the best thing for you to do is just gently touch down with the free foot as a stabilizer, because you being all over the place here, unsettled, could really tweak your knee, right? So just be careful. 4 more. 3, 2, and release. The band is so universal. This band cut is about 55 inches. If you were to cut a band for yourself, but if you bought it at the store, it's standard length, right? And now what we're doing is hip abduction, right? So again, I'm on my line. I love this mat with the lines. You're gonna see me using it a lot because certain movements really should function in a particular path, and this is one of them. Now looking down at your toes, you almost want to pigeon toe your feet because we want the load to be in the hips. And if you're not mindful of your feet, the hip will open up and the toe will turn out. So we want true form. And now we're gonna make this a little bit harder. Stand loaded on your left foot, soften the left knee, and then repeat lift right. 10, 9, the arms are loose. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You're transitioning your band to thumb up hold, plant the feet, bicep curl. Right your body nice and firm. Start loading up that right leg. Hold the arms in the down and go left leg lift. If you don't have to set the left foot down between repetitions, even harder, right? But if you're finding that it's really challenging for you just to lift your leg, then every time you get to set, every time, right? Here we go. 4, 3, 2, feet apart. Give me those biceps again. And now you're gonna coordinate the two. Arms are gonna work together with the leg. Pull, push, pull it up, push the leg out. 2 more each side. Whew. You're gonna finish on your next left. Up, down, up, and release. Take that band away. We're going to the floor real quick. You should have a really good sweat going by now. We're getting ready to do a side bridge or plank. Line up your elbow and shoulder. Open up that palm. Again, put your knee in line with your hip, extending the bottom leg. Now, you have options. So this is your advanced move right here, is the nice high up. You have an imaginary wall that you're pushing your head and shoulders against. So just hold on. If you can hold out 5 more seconds, stay with me. 4, 3, 2, and now touch down. Before we flip over, we're gonna do one more move on the outer thigh. You don't have to lift high, just to the height of hip height, right? So look down your body. Everything's pulled in nice and tight. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Good. Release. Push it up. Swing yourself over. Try to keep facing me. All right, line that body up. Ankles, knee, hip, elbow. There's a term that I use in my classes and in my training sessions with my clients, and it's called set up. Set yourself up and then do your follow through. Your follow through is what happens once you get lifted. You're in pull back mode, pull in, good. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, stay with me. 2, touch down, slide the arm into nice straight length. Again, pick up your head, look at your body. You don't have to lift any higher than hip height. Once you're sure that all your parts are where they need to be, then just relax into it and give me 5 more. 4, 3. The constant is you're always holding your middle in and release. So going into the cool down, your belly down. I'm gonna call this a little bit of your active rest, okay? Wiggle those hips into place. You're only gonna do 5 of these. So your goal would be for you to try to keep your knees together and the heels together. Squeeze your parts, roll it up. You're looking straight down at your towel. And the last component is for you to totally roll your arms to thumbs up and get a little extra lift. And then your forehead comes back to the floor and up. You've got 3 more. So this is a back extension. You're strengthening all those muscles that run down the spine. Your glutes are hard at work stabilizing you. Last one, and release. Going into your quadricep stretch. Hand to foot, forehead rests on the other arm. There's more to this stretch than you just getting your foot. I would rather see your foot push the arm to full extension than your arm to pull your foot to your hip. So once you get hold of your foot, pelvic tilt down into the mat and release. Other side. If it's hard for you to grab your foot, you may have to get the foot like this and then do a controlled roll to the floor, right? It'll look like this. Grab it and roll. So remember, it's not how hard you pull your foot to your hip, it's you pushing your hips. Push down, you want to push the pelvis into the floor, and that's what helps you lengthen that muscle. And release. So now, elbows are under the shoulders, settle that back down, and you're going to do what's called a modified cobra. So if you were in yoga class, your cobra would start way back here. But for our purposes, we do modified. And modified is elbow under shoulders, arms shoulder width apart, and then up push. This is for repeaters, 5 of them. Inhale down, exhale up, inhale down, exhale up. 1 more, push and hold. Bring it all the way down. Slide the hands under you. Push yourself up. You're going into your child's pose sit. So you're just going to draw those hips back to the feet. The arms stay long. Use your mat as your reference. you're trying to not put your elbow on the floor. The head can relax. And then slide the hands back. We're gonna finish with our kneeling hip flexor stretch. So, take one foot, step forward with it, take the rear foot, flex it, and then starting at that bottom knee, pull everything up through the middle, right? Squeeze the glute, reach that same arm up to the ceiling. Try not to get too much side lean going, right? Vertical line, squeeze, release, other side. Foot, hip, shoulder, ab, support arm. The arm is up on the same side of the body that's stretching. And release it. Come to seated position, take a deep breath. Exhale. One more, deep breath in. Exhale. Now, this is your last stretch. We're gonna stretch that little bit of the shoulder. It's called the posterior delt. Bring the bottom arm up so the arms really meet at the forearms. And then your free arm is helping you stretch. Draw it in, it's all about leverage. And release, inhale on the upswing. Support, if you can go elbow to elbow, that's fine too. The stretching arm should be straight with the thumb up. The other arm, palm is to you. Or you cup it and actually give it a gentle pull. Good, release. Give yourself a hand, you guys are great. Thank you for coming, see you next time.